You're living large? Think again, because Barron Trump, youngest son of President Donald Trump, once brought a $99,500 suitcase to school at just 4 years old. But that's just a glimpse into the ultra-luxury life of the Trump kids. In this video, we're stepping into a world of private jets, gold-plated mansions, million-dollar supercars, and a lifestyle beyond most billionaires, all led by America's most powerful heirs. And one thing's for sure, you'll be surprised by the most low-key figure among them. Make sure to like, subscribe, and stay tuned. Donald Trump's kids, icons and controversies in equal measure. Donald John Trump is one of the most influential and controversial figures in modern American history. Before entering politics, he was already a billionaire real estate mogul, reality TV star, and bold entrepreneur known for his flashy lifestyle and unapologetic self-promotion. In 2016, and again in 2025, he became the 45th and 47th President of the United States, ushering in a politically turbulent and deeply divided era. Despite facing criticism for his leadership style and shocking statements, Trump remains a symbol of "Make America Great Again" to many. A leader unafraid to challenge the status quo. Beyond politics, Trump is synonymous with wealth, power, and elite living. From skyscrapers bearing his name in New York to gold-plated private jets, he built not just a business empire, but a luxury brand centered around himself. This image of grandeur also extends to his family. Children born into opulence, raised in the spotlight, and seen as modern-day American royalty. Donald Trump Jr., the eldest son, is an ambitious heir of the Trump Organization. He's not only taken on the family business, but also become a vocal figure in Republican politics, known for his bluntness and polarizing views. Ivanka Trump, his beloved daughter, represents beauty, influence, and intelligence. Once a senior advisor in the White House, she was considered the powerful woman behind the president. Yet, she has also faced backlash for allegedly leveraging her political role for personal gain. Eric Trump, another son, co-manages the Trump Organization. Though less visible in the media, he plays a key role in the business and draws attention for his lavish lifestyle and politically charged remarks. Tiffany Trump, daughter of Trump and Marla Maples, is more private. A law graduate, she stays out of business and politics, but still garners attention with her glamorous fashion and Hollywood-inspired looks. Barron Trump, the youngest son with First Lady Melania Trump, was born in 2006. Known for his tall stature, striking looks, and mature style, Barron has captured media attention, though his parents strive to shield him from the public eye. The Trump family embodies the intersection of power, wealth, and fame in the 21st century, living in a world where every word and move is scrutinized, praised, or criticized. Love them or hate them, they remain one of America's most powerful and talked about families, where politics, business, and drama go hand in hand. Lavish travels, the beauty of privilege or the abuse of power. Donald Trump's children, Donald Jr., Eric, Ivanka, and Tiffany, are known not only for their roles in politics, business, and fashion, but also for their lavish travels often entangled with controversy. During Donald Trump's presidency, many of the family's personal trips drew public attention, not for their luxurious destinations, but for the high security costs that were covered by American taxpayers through the federal budget. According to public records, the Trump family took over 3,200 Secret Service-protected trips during his 4-year term. These trips ranged from business events and political functions to luxury vacations, overseas hunting excursions, and unofficial diplomatic visits. Many were considered more personal than official, yet still required top-level security, costing hundreds of thousands to even millions of dollars per trip. In comparison, former President Barack Obama's family, over 2 full terms, undertook just 933 Secret Service-protected trips, less than 1/3 of the Trump's total, despite serving twice as long. This stark contrast sparked heated debates about whether national funds were being misused for the personal indulgence and showmanship of the president's family. The Trump family's travels clearly went beyond simple luxury. They triggered an ongoing wave of criticism. A notable example is Donald Jr.'s aristocratic hunting trip in Mongolia, where he was granted a rare hunting permit only after the trip had ended. Or the trip to Dubai by Donald Jr. and Ivanka Trump to open a family-owned golf course, a purely commercial event. The security costs for that trip alone exceeded $200,000, entirely funded by U.S. taxpayers. Even Tiffany Trump, who was less politically involved, drew media scrutiny for her extravagant international vacations during a time when the family was under intense public criticism. Another highly controversial example involves Ivanka Trump, who once publicly urged Americans to stay home, stay safe during the height of the COVID-19 pandemic. Yet just days later, she was spotted traveling with her family from Washington, D.C. to the Trump Resort in New Jersey, a move that blatantly contradicted the very message she had promoted. As both the president's daughter and a senior advisor, Ivanka faced intense backlash from the media and public for disregarding her own public health advice during a global crisis. These examples are just the tip of the iceberg. Many of the Trump children's trips, from lavish overseas vacations to business-related travel disguised as official duties, were accompanied by Secret Service protection at substantial taxpayer expense. This raises a critical question. Is this extravagant lifestyle being funded by the American people? When tax dollars are used to secure trips that are largely personal or commercial in nature, and for a family already among the ultra-wealthy, the line between public service and private privilege becomes increasingly blurred. These trips have sparked broader concerns about the boundaries between official responsibility and personal benefit. Should presidential family members receive full security privileges for activities unrelated to government service? At a time when many Americans are struggling with rising living costs, images of private jets, beachfront villas, and high-level security escorts tied to the Trump children serve as a stark symbol of both immense privilege and the growing social divide in the United States. Fashion collection, worth more than most people's homes. Fashion is not merely a personal matter in the Trump family. It is a tool for image building, a declaration of status, and an essential element in the branding strategy of this powerful dynasty. Each of Donald Trump's children, Ivanka, Donald Jr., Eric, Tiffany, and Barron, brings a unique fashion personality that reflects their roles, personalities, and positions in both the political world and elite society. Ivanka Trump stands out the most for her taste and fashion influence. Her style is consistently tied to high-end ensembles that exude elegance and minimalism while showcasing undeniable upper-class sophistication. Every public appearance is not just about what she wears, it's a visual statement, and the price tags of her outfits often leave people astonished. One of her most iconic and expensive outfits was the $166,000 Carolina Herrera gown she wore to the state banquet with Queen Elizabeth II at Buckingham Palace. The pristine white dress, with softly puffed sleeves, a cinched waist, and luxurious fabric, made her shine like true royalty. This refined choice not only honored the British royal family, but also subtly asserted her status as America's first daughter, rivaling any royal figure. Ivanka's fashion power extends far beyond royal banquets. At the G20 summit in Osaka, Japan, she turned heads with a $36,800 Oscar de la Renta dress. Light, graceful, yet unmistakably high-end. This outfit perfectly encapsulated her signature style, feminine, elegant, and confidently present on the world political stage. Outside of formal wear, Ivanka also asserts her authority through modern suits, most notably the Part House suit, valued at $344,400. With a minimalist aesthetic, neutral tones, and precise tailoring, this outfit allowed her to move beyond the image of a wealthy heiress and embody the modern businesswoman archetype. She doesn't rely on flashy prints or bold colors. It's the lines, materials, and designer pedigree that speak volumes. From royal galas and international summits to internal White House meetings, Ivanka Trump consistently uses fashion as a silent language of power. Her investment lies not only in luxury brands like Oscar de la Renta, Carolina Herrera, Ralph Lauren, and Althusara, but also in carefully curated looks tailored to each setting, an intentional strategy to craft an image of a woman who is both modern and regal in the eyes of a global audience. Ultimately, Ivanka Trump's extravagant fashion sense is not merely a display of wealth. It is part of a calculated image-building strategy, a portrayal of a woman who is not only beautiful, but fully capable of commanding attention, wielding influence, and turning fashion into a subtle form of political expression. In stark contrast to Ivanka's polished elegance, Donald Trump Jr. embraces a rugged alpha male style that resonates with America's working class. At formal events, he often wears traditional suits. However, his signature look in daily life consists of plaid shirts, jeans, leather boots, and MAGA baseball caps. A combination that exudes a tough, down-to-earth image, yet still carries an air of luxury. By blending casual working-class fashion with upscale accessories like luxury watches and designer sunglasses, Donald Jr. crafts the persona of a patriotic rich kid, an image that strongly appeals to his father's base. Eric Trump, the less media-visible sibling, opts for a more reserved and classic look. He typically wears dark suits and solid-colored ties, avoiding bold fashion statements. While not praised for fashion creativity, Eric's loyalty to a traditional style complements his image as a business heir, someone who works behind the scenes, quietly maintaining the level of sophistication expected from a member of a billionaire family. Tiffany Trump, on the other hand, leans into a more glamorous, entertainment-driven fashion sense, filled with sensuality and Hollywood flair. Without a defined political role within the family, Tiffany enjoys the freedom to explore her personal style, favoring glittering dresses, daring cuts, and trendy designs from labels like Balmain, Self-Portrait, and Alice plus Olivia. She's frequently seen at fashion weeks, lavish parties, and entertainment events, more of a modern heiress than a political figure. Her fashion reflects a carefree, extroverted lifestyle, deeply immersed in the jet-set world of the ultra-wealthy. Barron Trump, the youngest son of Donald and Melania Trump, has drawn media attention since a very young age, not only because of his unique position in the White House, but also because of his surprisingly refined and expensive fashion sense. While most 4-year-olds are still wearing cartoon-themed clothes and carrying plastic backpacks, Barron stunned the world when he was spotted with a Louis Vuitton suitcase worth $99,500. This luxury item was not just a symbol of elite status, but an early indication of a lavish lifestyle and meticulously curated fashion taste that Barron has been groomed into from a remarkably young age. As he entered his teenage years, Barron Trump continued to uphold the image of a White House prince, exuding maturity and impeccable style in every detail. He is frequently spotted wearing bespoke suits valued at up to $10,000, despite still being in high school. These suits aren't from mainstream brands. They are believed to be custom designed by elite European tailors who cater exclusively to the upper echelons, where the concept of modern nobility is elevated to an art form. Barron's fashion leans toward a classic, minimalist aesthetic marked by muted tones, sharp silhouettes, and precise tailoring. Remarkably, Barron never appears flashy. He avoids bold logos and flashy Gen Z trends, yet still manages to command attention with his elegant poise and high-quality aura. This is the essence of what's known as silent luxury. Luxury in silence, where value lies not in visible branding but in the fabric, the craftsmanship, and the way it effortlessly draws admiration. A significant influence on Barron's fashion undoubtedly comes from his mother, Melania Trump, a former model renowned for her meticulous and refined sense of style. Melania is believed to be the guiding force behind her son's fashion choices, and her deep understanding of haute couture has helped shape Barron into a teenage fashion icon among the ultra-wealthy. Beyond bespoke suits, Barron is also meticulously styled in every accessory, from premium Italian leather shoes and trench coats worth tens of thousands of dollars, to ties, bags, and even timepieces, all subtly whispering to the world that he is a Trump, young but powerful, discreet yet dazzling. Overall, Barron Trump's high-end fashion sense is more than just a symbol of the opulent life he was born into. It is a statement that class doesn't come with age, but with bloodline, refinement, and the circumstances of one's birth, in his case, into a family where power and luxury walk hand in hand. Though each of Donald Trump's children has a unique style, they all share a deep investment in personal image, always polished, opulent, and unmistakably elite. For them, fashion is not merely a form of self-expression. It is a strategic tool of power, a silent message about their status, influence, and privilege. And that's what makes the Trumps' fashion not just an aesthetic choice, but a calculated element in their narrative of power, both in politics and the media. Million-dollar mansions, outpricing the dreams of millions. Donald Trump's children haven't just inherited fame and power from their family name. They've also grown up in and lived within multi-million to $100 million luxury properties that most people could only dream of seeing once in their lifetime. Their lives are a vivid embodiment of the signature Trump high society lifestyle: lavish, discreet, but always laced with hints of power. Barron Trump, the youngest son of Donald and Melania Trump, grew up in a penthouse worth over $100 million inside Trump Tower, an iconic landmark of the Trump empire located in the heart of Manhattan. From a very young age, Barron had his own private floor within the three-story, gold-covered penthouse, which was styled in a modern Versailles fashion, complete with gilded ceilings, crystal chandeliers, and some of the most extravagant interiors in the world. Barron's childhood was far from ordinary. He was raised in a world of marble floors, private elevators, and artwork more valuable than the entire net worth of a typical middle-class household. Ivanka Trump, the most well-known Trump daughter, now resides on Indian Creek Island, also known as the Billionaire Bunker. With only about 40 residents and security measures akin to those of a sovereign state, this ultra-exclusive island is the ultimate sanctuary for the ultra-wealthy. The home she shares with husband Jared Kushner is valued at $32 million and is located on a man-made island with its own golf course, private marina, and 24/7 guarded access. Indian Creek isn't just a place to live, it's a political and social statement, where real estate transactions speak volumes about wealth, power, and influence. Donald Trump Jr. and Eric Trump, the former president's two eldest sons, also own lavish multi-million-dollar estates. Don Jr. has lived in a mansion in the Hamptons, the most elite vacation spot in the U.S., featuring a private dock, a saltwater pool, and a state-of-the-art gym. Eric Trump resides with his wife in a spacious suburban New York estate, equipped with outdoor entertaining areas, a playground for their children, and multiple rooms dedicated to private hosting and luxurious relaxation. Tiffany Trump, the youngest daughter of Donald Trump, and his second wife Marla Maples, has kept a relatively lower profile, but still lived in high-end properties. She once resided in a Spanish-style villa in California during her law school years, and later moved between other luxury estates with her husband. Her villa stood out with its blend of classical and modern architecture, expansive terraces overlooking the valley, and an elegant interior that reflected a softer, more subtle taste compared to the rest of the family. Beyond these main properties, the Trump family controls numerous other luxury assets, often held under company names or through trusts. From ultra-luxurious resorts in Florida, golf courses in Scotland, vacation estates in the Caribbean, to commercial properties in Chicago, each Trump child is either the current owner or a future heir to a portion of a real estate empire worth billions. Ultimately, the mansions, penthouses, and private islands owned by the Trump family members aren't just homes. They are power symbols, passports to the elite, and fortresses of security amid the chaos of politics and the media spotlight. In the Trump universe, real estate isn't just about ownership. It's a declaration of status. Incredible net worth, the massive fortune behind the glamour. Donald Trump's children weren't just born into luxury. They also either own or are expected to inherit some of the most formidable net worths among America's elite offspring. Each of Trump's children has their own income streams and financial paths, ranging from real estate, investments, and media, to strategic marriages, forming a complex network where wealth, fame, and power are intricately intertwined. Ivanka Trump, the most prominent daughter of the former president, is estimated to have a net worth of up to $800 million. Her wealth comes from multiple sources: her former fashion and jewelry company, which once generated hundreds of millions in revenue, her executive role at the Trump Organization, earnings from book deals, television appearances, and joint real estate ventures with her husband, Jared Kushner. Ivanka also served as a senior advisor in the White House, an unpaid role that nonetheless greatly enhanced her personal brand and high-level political and business connections. Donald Trump Jr. and Eric Trump, Donald Trump's two eldest sons, each have an estimated net worth of around $350 million. They have played key roles in running the Trump Organization since their father took office. Their primary income comes from managing the family's hotel chains, golf courses, real estate investments, and profits from the global Trump brand. In addition, both frequently appear at fundraising events, conferences, and media ventures, turning their personal names into income-generating assets. Tiffany Trump, Donald Trump's youngest daughter with his second wife Marla Maples, has a more modest net worth, estimated at around $10 million. However, much of this value comes through her marriage to Michael Boulos, a young businessman and heir to the multinational Boulos Enterprises based in Nigeria. Though she's not heavily involved in politics or business, Tiffany continues to live a life of luxury, supported by both her family's name and high-level connections on both sides of the marriage. Barron Trump, the youngest child of Donald and Melania Trump, is not yet old enough to manage finances independently. However, according to several sources, he is expected to inherit around $80 million by the time he turns 18, a portion of the family trust. As the youngest prince of the Trump empire, Barron isn't just in line to access enormous wealth, but is also being raised in an elite environment that's grooming him for a powerful future. Also worth mentioning are Jared Kushner, Ivanka's husband, and Kimberly Guilfoyle, the fiancée of Don Jr., who both play pivotal roles in expanding and strengthening the Trump empire. Jared is the heir to Kushner Companies, a multi-billion-dollar real estate conglomerate, and also served as a senior advisor in the Trump administration. Kimberly, a former TV host and political advisor, is now a key player in fundraising campaigns for the Trump family. Overall, the net worths of Donald Trump's children are not solely the result of inheritance, but also of strategic use of their family name, high-level connections, savvy investments, and positions of influence within the Trump power structure. These are not just rich kids, they are central links in an international financial and political network. How America's most powerful heirs travel, when every ride is a power move. In the glamorous world of the Trump family, transportation is not merely a necessity. It is a bold statement of power, opulence, and ultimate status. Donald Trump's children, from Ivanka to Don Jr., Eric, Tiffany, and even Barron, are surrounded by vehicles so outrageously luxurious that they never fail to stun onlookers. Each public appearance doesn't just attract media attention due to their political or business notoriety, but also because of the jaw-dropping cars, jets, and motorcycles they travel in. The crown jewel of the Trump-style transport is undoubtedly the Boeing 757, nicknamed Trump Force One, estimated to be worth around $100 million. Rivaling the private aircraft of world leaders, this flying hotel features top-tier Italian leather seats, 24-karat gold-plated seatbelts, a private luxury bedroom, lavish bathrooms, and the Trump T logo engraved on nearly every surface. While originally designed for Donald Trump himself, this plane is frequently used by his children for business trips, high-profile events, or luxurious getaways. In this world, the sky's the ultimate runway for displaying wealth and power. Beyond the skies, on the ground, the Trump princes and princesses are often seen traveling in vehicles equipped with nearly presidential levels of security and luxury. Armored limousines, bulletproof SUVs, and even vehicles modeled after the Beast The custom limousine used by US presidents are commonly spotted in their convoys. These vehicles don't just offer protection, they send a message. These individuals are not easily accessible, neither literally nor figuratively. In addition, the Trump family owns a jaw-dropping personal car collection. From the classic Rolls-Royce Silver Cloud, an icon of timeless luxury, to high-speed sports cars like the Bentley Continental GT, Lamborghini Diablo, and Mercedes SLR McLaren, each vehicle represents a slice of personality, status, and a lifestyle with no boundaries. They boldly blend vintage class with cutting-edge innovation, as seen in their inclusion of models like the Cadillac Elante and Tesla Roadster, a symbol of the new electric era. Perhaps the most extravagant of them all is the 24-karat gold-plated Orange County Chopper motorcycle. This isn't just a daily ride, it's a symbolic artifact, a silent declaration. We are different, and we can. With its fully handcrafted design, intricate gold detailing, and unforgettable appearance, this bike represents everything the Trump family strives for: boldness, luxury, and undeniable power. From the skies to the streets, every journey made by the Trump family members is a show of unapologetic wealth. To them, vehicles are not just tools of transportation. They are living symbols of a powerful dynasty, where every ride marks another silent claim to dominance. Which Trump child's mode of transportation impressed you the most? Can you picture the stunning scene of these luxury vehicles rolling through their billion-dollar estates? Leave your thoughts in the comments below. Trump Princess Yacht, the floating fortress of the Trump dynasty. The Trump Princess Yacht, with its dazzling exterior and jaw-dropping interior, was once described as a true fortress at sea, not only for its durability, but also for its opulence that surpassed all conventional standards. Before becoming a symbol associated with the Trump dynasty, the vessel was known as Nabila, owned by infamous arms dealer Adnan Khashoggi, one of the wealthiest and most powerful figures in the Middle East during the 1980s. Nabila was once regarded as one of the largest and most expensive super yachts in the world, the embodiment of an unimaginably lavish lifestyle. When Donald Trump learned of the yacht, he was immediately captivated. In 1987, he decided to purchase Nabila for around $29 million, then spent an additional $8.5 million to completely overhaul and redesign the interior to match his personal style. A real-life action movie, inside the Trump's high-end security systems. Since stepping into the political spotlight, the Trump family has lived under a security shield befitting that of a head of state. With their controversial reputation, immense wealth, and far-reaching influence in both politics and business, their protective measures resemble a full-scale military operation, complex, costly, and meticulously executed. And this is no rumor, it's a fact publicly documented in numerous financial reports and national security files. Traveling by aircraft equipped with missile defense systems. This is something few people know, but the Trump family frequently uses private or high-end jets like the Boeing 757, Trump Force One, featuring gold-plated interiors, private bedrooms, and luxurious bathrooms. Yet beneath the glamour, these aircraft are also equipped with defensive systems similar to those on presidential planes: missile detection sensors, thermal decoy dispensers, and threat alert radar. Whether it's Ivanka in $100,000 dresses, Barron with a Louis Vuitton suitcase at the age of 4, or gold-plated jets and multi-million-dollar supercars, every detail reflects a world most of us only see in movies. Though the Trump dynasty remains at the center of endless controversy, from politics to lifestyle, one thing is undeniable: they are a modern symbol of power, of limitless wealth, and of global influence that few can rival. The lives of these American princes and princesses continue to intrigue, inspire, and spark debate across the world. And now, the question is for you. Which of Donald Trump's heirs impresses you the most? Is it the elegant and powerful Ivanka? The mysterious teenager Barron growing up under the spotlight? Or Tiffany, the quiet one, yet closely tied to a Nigerian billionaire family? Don't forget to like and subscribe so you won't miss upcoming videos about the lives of the elite, powerful figures and the hidden truths behind the glitz and glamour. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next video.